Data scientists obtain insights from data by performing tasks like building models and testing for significance. After an initial exploratory phase, which can produce messy code, data scientists rewrite their code to make it more reusable. They also have to report on the insights they obtained in their work and rationalize the decisions they made. To understand data scientists' workflow during these tasks, we observed 10 data scientists. We found that data scientists have difficulty retracing their steps to understand their earlier explorations and to capture insights and rationale. To address these issues, we introduced TRACTUS. TRACTUS is an extension to RStudio and is shown next to the data scientist source code. It displays the data scientist source code in a hierarchical visualization, classifying them based on the hypothesis they belong to. Such a classification would help the data scientist see all the code that belongs to a hypothesis, even if the source code was spread across the source code file. Additionally, the visualization also shows the dependencies among the variables, which the data scientist can benefit from during exploration. To avoid visual clutter, each node in the visualization shows only the assigned variable and the function name. Statements used for debugging are less pronounced in the visualization. Also, since library installations and control structures do not contribute to the business logic of the data science task, they are not visualized. In our formative study, we found that several data scientists use console to begin their analysis. To capture these statements and to promote transparent data science, TRACTUS tracks all the source code executed in an R session. This makes it easier for the data scientist to generate source code that represents a complete analysis for a project. Also, it is easier for the data scientist to distinguish a scratchpad code and code that belongs to a hypothesis using the visualization. TRACTUS is an interactive system. Data scientists can inspect the nodes in the visualization by hovering over it. TRACTUS reveals the complete line of source code along with the line number of the source code, which indicates its chronological order, and the tail comment that belongs to the source code, which the data scientists use later to navigate code. Additionally, TRACTUS also reveals the execution output of the source code, which can be textual or graphic. In our video analysis, we found that most data scientists use blocks to organize their code into meaningful groups. TRACTUS captures this by visualizing code blocks together as a group and prefixing it with the comment. An overview of all hypotheses explored in source code is shown at the top. The visualization can be collapsed and expanded by the data scientist to help focus on a specific part of the analysis. During exploration, we found that data scientists clone existing code and modify it to begin a new exploration. To simplify this, TRACTUS supports data injection. To perform a new exploration, the data scientist first selects the code. Then, she selects the variables she would like to change in the hypothesis. TRACTUS generates the source code for this new exploration, which the data scientist can later use in her analysis. Since TRACTUS can also be used in an external browser like Chrome or Firefox, it can make use of features that RStudio does not support, like autocomplete or copy to clipboard. After experimenting with ideas in source code, data scientists need to rewrite source code to make it reusable. In doing so, they need to make sure all dependencies are also cloned, since failure to do so leads to incorrect results. TRACTUS can simplify this task with its knowledge of the dependencies across source code. First, the data scientist selects one or more statements and then clicks on the button to get reproducible code. TRACTUS captures all dependent statements and then produces code that evaluates successfully. Beyond the simple source code files we have used so far, TRACTUS can also work with large files. In such situations, TRACTUS can be particularly effective in helping data scientists get an overview of source code and the states of various explorations. From qualitative evaluations with users, we found that TRACTUS helps data scientists be more oriented in their analysis. It also helps track the state of explorations better and promotes code pruning. TRACTUS is available as open source and can be extended to other IDEs and domains.